We're out here at a beautiful day at Bosse Field here in Evansville, Indiana, talking to a really good young gentleman, Randy Wynne, a pitcher with the Evansville Otters. Randy, it's a pleasure to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
Looking back in your memory, what is your earliest memory of baseball?
My earliest memory of baseball? Well, I'm from San Diego, and I live maybe 15 minutes from Qualcomm Stadium or Jack Murphy, depending on what area you're from. But going to the park and going to Randy Jones Barbecue and getting one of the kids' meals, and then sitting somewhere in the plaza section with my dad and watching the games. And that was like Tony Gwynn and probably the early 2000s were most of the games I went to. So like Klesko, Nevin, Loretta, like all those guys.
I love chewing dirt with a fellow Padre fan. At least I'm hoping you're a Padre fan.
Absolutely.
I lived close to the Mission Valley area too. We both were from Mira Mesa.
Right.
So it's like we grew up with that. And we're friends with Randy Jones.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So who's your favorite player? Who's some of the players that influenced you in your career?
Well, I've been a pitcher pretty much my entire career, even like Little League all the way through. I've pitched for the majority of that. But so a lot of guys I looked up to were, Trevor Hoffman, of course, right? But another one I idolized was Mariano Rivera. And then, those were probably the main two guys that I really looked up to. Me and my dad would talk about it, and he'd always say, these guys had a pitch that everyone in the stadium could know it's coming, and they're still not going to hit it. And so I pretty much tried to, come up with a pitch similar, and still working on it, but, hopefully that's the goal. Well,
now you ended up went to a Baptist college.
Yes.
Then, so talk a little bit about your career pitching with that team, and then leading into your professional career.
Well, so I went to junior college for 3 years. My freshman year of college, I had Tommy John surgery, so that set me back a year. So then I pitched my 2 years in junior college, and scholarships coming out of junior college. I had Cal State Long Beach offer me a substantial one. Okay. I didn't have enough transferable units to get into the school there. I was like one class short, of course. But yeah, so didn't work out there. But a lot of NAIA schools ended up talking to me after that, and I chose Missouri Baptist because they put up a bunch of runs. So I think the year before I got there, they averaged like 8-point-something runs a game. And as a starting pitcher, I was like, I'll never lose. Like if you guys are gonna put up 8, like I should do just fine. And Missouri Baptist, I loved it there. It was in St. Louis, which is, a big city. It's a little closer to what I'm familiar with in San Diego. And the guys were great. The team got along just awesome, a bunch of great guys, and everyone kind of had some sort of weird story like that where there was a lot of D1 talent that ended up in the NAIA for whatever reason, but we all just gelled kind of because of that. And we were number 1 in the nation when I was there.
Dang.
And we had like 9 guys throwing 90 plus, and every position player hit a bunch of home runs. Like left field had 20, right field had 14. Like, it was crazy. If you're like a top 20 ranked NAIA team, you're probably like a lot of D1 guys that fell through the cracks. And we kind of just beat up on the rest of the NAIA. But it was a lot of fun. I have nothing bad to say about my time at Missouri Baptist. But so after that year though, I ended up just deciding school wasn't really my thing, so I ended up going to a pro tryout called the Arizona Winter League.
Okay, yes.
And so I got picked up out of there, went to Lake Erie, got released in spring training, and then I played my last 2 years at the USPBL in Utica, Michigan. So that's where I've been.
What ends up bringing you to Evansville? Did you have a camp here, or did Andy feel out for you?
Well, it's a funny story. I pitched the championship game in my league last year and won. I threw a complete game and did pretty well. And the Twin Scout and I think the Rocky Scout, I was high on their radar. Didn't end up signing with them in the off season, but the Twin Scout referred me to Andy. Okay. And so that's, Max gave me a call about mid-January, and I liked what I was hearing from him. So I signed with the Otters. I'm happy to be.
Well, I know you began the season in the bullpen, right. And now you're starting. Do you have a preference of either one, or does it not really matter to you?
Historically I've been a starter. It's what I'm used to. I do like my routine and knowing exactly what day I'm going to start. And out of the bullpen, it's kind of a toss-up. You never really know what day you're going to go.
Right.
So I'd probably prefer starting, but I do decently well at the bullpen too. At the end of the day, it's just pitching, and the difference is just preparation. So as long as you kind of got your feet under you and know how to prepare for the different jobs, it's really not much of a difference for me.
If Randy Wynne is pitching well, what pitch is working for you?
Oh, all of them. All of them, ideally. Yeah, I throw a 2-seam, a curveball, a slider, and a changeup. And my best days, I can spot all of them to a third of the plate. Haven't had one of those days yet here, but it's coming. It's coming soon.
Well, it'll take some time.
Yeah, of course. It's early in the season.
So, with Andy as your manager, what do you expect in a relationship with the manager you have? What is your expectation?
Well, that's actually one of the things that brought me out here. Between Max and Andy, I just want a manager and a pitching coach that are straightforward with me. You know, I don't want them to tell me one thing and then have something else happen. You know, I need to know what it's really like. You know, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to, you know, if I'm not getting my job done, I want to hear it from them. So then I know what to expect. You know, that's all a player can really ask for. And these guys do that like awesome, like better than most managers I've been with. So yeah, I love those guys for that.
Do you have any social media platforms that you can be followed on?
I'm not super big into social media, but I do have Instagram at Randall Wynne, RANDALLWIN. Little play on words.
Oh yeah, there's a ball player I think with the same last name from years ago.
Yeah, Randy Wynne. I actually had a college professor that thought I was a junior.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I had to let him know that it was spelled different, but just give me an A anyway.
Well, I want to thank you so much for your time and wish you continued success here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
God bless.